You're listening to the Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
We absolutely adore this lady. She's got a brand new inspiring book out. It's called 15 Seconds of Brave, The Wisdom of Survivors. Decided to do this during the pandemic. It is the magnificent Melissa Doyle.
Hey
Guys, I love you.
We love it when you come in. Firstly, had a big night the other night, Radio Awards. Radio's Night of Night.
Had to be carried out, Mel, which was a bit interesting.
Well, you know, that's just how I roll. My feet were sore. I was done and dusted. No, it's so much fun. And
It
do you know
is
the
good.
thing I really like is when somebody wins, all their mates, all their colleagues, everybody from the network gets up and cheers. A little bit different from telly, so...
A little bit different. Did you go to an after party? Did you make it to an
No, I
after party?
actually didn't.
Neither
I
did
thought
I.
about it, but yeah, I was wise.
So okay, can you frame us? What's the radio industry like compared to the television industry? You don't want to go into this, do you?
I'm really regretting saying that now.
Are they looser? Are we looser or...
Should I say yes?
Yes.
I mean, that's the thing. What would you... If you could go to one awards out of the ACRAs, the
Oh,
Radio
really?
Awards, or the Logies...
Really?
Or the Logies. Which one are you wandering
She's staying at
into?
home.
I had a great time on Saturday night. It was nice to see you both.
Yes, absolutely.
No, we always say this
I'm going
to
to get
Mel.
the splinters out of my bottom now.
Well, did you win for Best Newcomer one year, Mel?
I did when I was a newcomer back in 2013.
Wow.
Amazing.
I know, it's funny. I've won more awards for radio than television,
Is that right?
and I've done radio for 5 minutes.
Oh, that is awesome.
You are magnificent.
Very fun.
How do you find the time to write a book?
Well, I'm not very good at sitting still, which I probably need to learn. I think maybe meditation and yoga is what I should be doing, but I just like to do stuff. And so COVID hit. I was out of full-time work. I had time on my hands and decided to write a book.
So when you say 15 Seconds of Brave, is that the moment or the length of time people go, I need to act now or I'm in real trouble?
It's named after one particular person in the book, a little boy, Noah, so it's all different people who've had different experiences and been through things that have been pretty tough and
Yep.
how they've got through it. One little boy, Noah, it's told by his mum, Kat, and when he was born, he was diagnosed with a terminal illness and not told how long he would have to live. They didn't know. And so he's got to go to hospital and have blood tests and needles and operations, as you can imagine. And every time he goes, he's, nervous, quite rightly, and he says to his mum, okay, I can be brave for 15 seconds.
Right.
And Mum says, well, what if it takes longer? And he goes, okay, I can probably find another 15 seconds, but that's it.
What a superstar.
And I just thought, you know what, if a little 12-year-old boy who's
Yeah.
living on borrowed time can find he's brave to get through something, then nice lesson for all.
Yeah, I love that. Can you tell me, outside of the book or possibly within the book, is there one interview that you did, most likely in your TV career, which has never left you?
Oh, so many. And I actually find that a lot of those people never leave me. I have this habit of keeping them because I feel I can't sit down in front of somebody and ask them to talk about the most traumatic thing they've ever been through. And then you button off and you walk out and thanks very
That's
much.
it.
I like to check that they're okay, particularly in the aftermath of an interview,
Yep.
but also years later.
What about loose interviews, celebrity interviews that have gone a little bit AWOL, where you've thought, oh my God, what am I going to do here?
Oh my God, there's been a few of those, or that you tend to cut them short, or language comes out that you know is not going to make it on telly.
What
And that's
about
fun.
the Bieber day?
Oh my gosh, we had to smuggle him into the building in
Because
the back of a car.
you didn't know it was going to blow up that big.
Not that big.
No.
Not
It
to the
got-
point where girls were just passing out against the window and the
Amazing.
It got
paramedics
really scary
were
that
called.
day, didn't it?
Yeah.
I remember it.
We were meant to do it down at the overseas passenger terminal and then had to smuggle him into the building in the boot of the car up through the, the sort
Which
of
is how
trade
Koshy
entrance.
arrives as well.
When you started throwing your clothes at him, is that when Channel 7 stepped in and said, hang on a minute, we need to be professional?
Ooh, old enough to be his mum.
He's still hot though, isn't he, girls? You know what I
I
mean?
did get more cred, though, walking across the schoolyard that afternoon when I picked up my kids from school. And the other one was One Direction. All the little sixth grade girls just wanted to touch me because I'd met One Direction.
That is crazy.
Isn't that
Never had
great?
any cred with my kids ever, except for those two moments.
We need 15 seconds of brave from you, Mel, because you're going up against Matt De Groot in the headline off.
She walked in this morning and she just looked at me and she goes, why do you do this to yourself?
Well, 15 seconds of shame is
That is the name of my book that Mel's writing, and we keep it under wraps.
15 seconds of shockers coming up from Matt De Groot next.
Well, Matt De Groot's job is to read out headlines. He's not that great at it, but gets it right sometimes.
A little bit funny.
Tough no.
This feeling inside.
Mel Doyle is about to rip out his spine again. Well, metaphorically, with some headlines.
Says, I just ask as always,
don't
call
bother.
it down the middle. Don't be distracted by your friendship with Mel or her
I feel
stunning
so
grace.
fierce right now. This is fantastic.
You
New
need
book,
to.
Fierce.
What's your strongest one? Because you need to get off to a good start, Matty De Groot. Is there a story that you want me to
Yeah,
focus on
okay.
first? Which
Okay.
one? The first, second, or third?
The second.
Second. Okay, we're going to go second, just to give him a bit of a chance.
Okay.
Okay, Matty De Groot, you can go first with the headline. But the topical story is a woman who married a ghost says it was hard to find a church that would host their big day. Woman who married a ghost says it was hard to find a church that would host their big day. Best headline.
For the answer you seek, just call and ask BJ. Fitz has been a ghost in his marriage for the past decade.
Listen, were you trying to get a rhyme in there?
Yeah,
So that was your best?
It was
right.
directed at me and I liked it,
Thank you.
Sarah.
Okay, Fitzy voted in.
Melly,
This
best
is why
headline.
I get nervous. It's tough in here.
Come on, go now.
Married at first fright is what your friends might say, but don't complain if you get ghosted on the big day.
That's really good.
Do you know what?
Oh, my
Why
God.
don't you choose whose was better?
Matty De Groot. Ooh, good start.
Oh, my
good
God.
start, MDJ.
Okay.
Mel, you're going first on this one.
Okay.
Next story, drivers warn that they could be fined $600 for eating whilst driving. Drivers warn $600 for eating whilst driving. Best headline.
Yes, coming up next on RBT, it's Michael Whipfley wasted on a lamb souvlaki.
Good rhyme.
RBT.
I love a
Whipfley,
Yes.
souvlaki.
Wow.
Tick, tick, tick.
Basic, though. Wasn't a bit basic.
I didn't like it.
Yeah,
I didn't like it.
think it was
MDJ.
good.
I'd really liked it.
No fat gag about whip. I won't go down that funnel. I'll just remind you of the 5 fines you got in the Cross City Tunnel.
Oh, you got to win with that.
No, it was
No, he doesn't.
6.
Oh, okay, so detail.
$5,000.
Detail error. Definitely Mel.
Okay.
Let's go. It's a draw.
Okay.
Here we go. This is the tiebreaker. Last story. Matt De Groot first. Miss Argentina and Miss Puerto Rico reveal that they are now married. I didn't know this
Oh,
story.
yeah.
Miss Argentina, Miss Puerto Rico, now married. Best headline, Matt De Groot.
They are hot. I've spent a lot of time studying if this story's a sham, but not as much as Tom did on their Instagram.
Telling good, MDG.
Yeah.
Bring it home, Mel. Let's go.
2 supermodels getting married sure sounds like fun. Does this mean Whipper will be running off with his cleaner, Miss Bumbo?
Fun rhymes with bum. I just didn't know we were going to end up there.
Always end up there.
My God. What are we going to do here?
consulting.
We
Sarah,
have
it's
the
Just asking
judges.
Fitzy for some advice, 'cause
Judges.
you've done all right,
I know I did.
but you don't deserve a win. It's a draw.
It's not a loss.
God, if you can't win saying bum bum, Mel Doyle, I don't know what.
Mel, that's how we know we're comfortable with you in
Sneak
studio.
away.
Well done. 15 Seconds of Brave, The Wisdom of Survivors. Matt De Groot's Chapter 8. You can go get it at all good bookstores now. We love you, Mel. Thanks for coming.
Love you guys.
You're listening to the Fitzy and Whipper podcast.